Hits from yesteryear. And now, ladies, you free all night. Yes, ladies, you free all night. Men, you pay $10. Doors open from 8 p.m. Featuring the entertainer DJ Leroy and the professor DJ Elton. All powered by Entertainer Sounds. So link your crew, cause this Saturday night is X amount of country music as we party up outside the Castries Market. See you there.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluffs. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM. The man.
Wonderful Thursday afternoon to you, everyone. Welcome once again to The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, alongside Terry Fenelon, who's back with us once again, and our technical operator, Alton Jaquan Joseph. I hope you're having a good day so far. It is the 15th day of the month of January 2026. Have you noticed since the year began, I'm not confused about the days anymore. You know, I wonder what's it about 26 that has caused the reversal of my dementia. You know, I'm moving back into the zone again. You know, you might have
to do something that happened on the 1st of December.
I don't know. Yeah, you know. So, folks, our program, as you know, is weekdays from 12:30 until 2 p.m. on the radio station Real FM that serves you on the frequencies of 91.3, For those of you who are tuning in the northern part of St. Lucia, 91.5 for the south. We're also on our sister television station, MBC, channel 120 on the Flow Cable TV service. Do we have any other channel on the Digicel cable or any other cable and so on? I keep saying the Flow Cable service. Okay. All right, that's probably the one that's best known. That's the one that I find it on. And we are on Facebook Live and on YouTube live streaming as well. As I pointed out, I think it was just on Monday, we'll be marking our 4th anniversary of The Real Issues pretty soon. Yes, we started on the 1st of March, 2022. And, just this morning, I saw a gentleman who was the technical operator before Jaquan came in. He's since moved on to news, Shane Stephen, who went by the name DJ X when he was in studio with me. And someone hinted to me that maybe for a short time he's going to be with us on Thursday. So I thought when I came in, I would find him inside there. But it's Jaquan as usual. Enjoy having you, Jaquan, okay? But if ever DJ X has to step back in, my only worry is whether he's become rusty, whether he's forgotten what he used to do so well when he was the technical operator. And I happened to see his dad, by the way. I went to a little eating place. Won't say who his dad is. And this morning decided that after Zafenu, because of the continuous time that I would go for a little breakfast somewhere. And so I saw they had some fried fish. And what was it that I took with it? I don't think I took any drink out of there and so on. What was it? I took some little drink, and he said to me, that's okay, don't bother. Whatever it is, I'll cover it for you. It wasn't too much, but sir, thank you so very much. Really appreciate it. The kindness and so on. The bill wasn't huge, like I said, but I'm just so happy that you extended this kindness to me. One of those little out-of-the-way eating places. Well, not out of the way. It's a very popular place. But it's not any hoity-toity place. And it is owned by a former schoolmate of mine and his wife. They run the place. And other people who have their shops around there really enjoy it and so on. Like I said, I don't mind the high thing and the big place and the prestigious place. I look for things like cleanliness, Are you a person who wipes down and who cleans your place and so on so that a fly is afraid to rest there? Your own courtesy, customer service ethic and so on, and the attention that you pay to your food preparation. It doesn't have to be expensive for it to be tasty, for it to be well presented, well laid out and so on. Too many people, they go into this because they see other people doing it and they figure there's money to be made in it. They serve you a piece of chicken, you bite into it, the chicken doesn't want to unstick on the bone, because it's not sufficiently cooked, of pork and those things, even worse. They don't know what they are doing. But it's just a matter of it's a trend, it's in vogue, and it seems like it has profit. People go into it, and these are the things I have to tell you that totally infuriate me. When you hear big up people, these are the things that I have in mind about the food preparation and so on. And even though sometimes the food itself may not be all that great, maybe the seasoning is a little off, it's a little bland and so on, I tend to forgive those things if I see the other stuff, like the cleanliness and the hygiene, and the layout and the presentation. And you can see a genuine commitment and enthusiasm for customer service. I love those kind of things. Some places, like I said, food ain't all that great. They could do a better job with so many other little things. Not everybody has the fine art of making up their own dressing and then learning to put just the right amount of salt and so on so that it doesn't, threaten or endanger you or put you off in any way. Not everybody has it, mastered it down to the fine art that some of them, but those who do, and they have all their ducks lined up in that regard, I really appreciate them, my people. I hope that in St. Lucia, we'll be able to make greater use of our local foods and ingredients and so on. One criticism I have had, and I think I've seen it get better, is that I believe we have too much of a heavy reliance on rice and on flour, flour products, not other little dumplings.
I love my rice.
Ain't going down the good, Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's like everywhere you go, rice forms a big part of the plate and so on. A spoonful of rice, here and there, and bad and so on. But it's like, it's a rice, it's a flour thing, a dumpling, and give me 1-2 dumpling, but not a whole set of them. Give me more my provisions, my potato, my dashing, my breadfruit, those kind of things and so on. Too much rice, too much flour, and the flour-related products, because I think macaroni and chow mein, or how we call it, noodles, whatever. They're all a form of flour.
Yeah.
You know, they're not the ordinary flour. I think they call made from a wheat called durum wheat or something like that. I just find there's just too much of it in our cuisine, you know. And we can make more use of our dashin, which I think is in season, is plentiful, our baja. But I understand the difficulty in sourcing it, the price you have to pay for it, because the farmers who produce it, they have to contend with predial larceny. And at one time I wondered why breadfruit was selling so expensive in St. Lucia. I went up driving around the place up Babono, you know, Paybush, and I'm seeing so many breadfruit trees loaded. But you see, the thing is, where they are, who can climb to go and pick it, you know, without breaking their neck? The people who do that for you and will most likely come and steal it in the night, who will take any kind of risk so that they can get a little blue of their crack and so on, and the zombies and so on. They'll climb those tall coconut trees where you still have to pay them. People use them and so on, but it's risky. Sometimes the breadfruit tree in a casco, somewhere you can see beautiful breadfruit on it, but who's going to go and get it there? So when they get the few that they're able to harvest, a lot of our trees are old trees, so they've grown very tall and so on. For the insufficient quantity, for the low volumes, you know, it creates a scarcity that in absolute terms does not prevail in St. Lucia. There is no scarcity in absolute terms. It is the scarcity of access, accessibility, availability, being able to harvest it. And I hope that our agriculture will move forward, and you don't have to wait on government for that. Somebody who's got a bit of financial reserve, experiment with some kind of drones, you know, and drone doesn't have to be, it's flying. It can be a robotic kind of drone that has, you know, a feet and claws or whatever, that it can climb a coconut tree, that it can go up and pick the coconuts, you know, lower them down, so that it doesn't have to be a human being who can easily fall off the tree, because when they reach the top, they're confronted with a manikou that has a nest of its young, and that's fierce and growls at them, and they get, you know, at that very moment frightened and startled and so on, and they may fall off the tree, and even to the point of losing their lives. But, you know, harvester drones, you know, now I think they have those that can go and irrigate places for you. But harvester drones, little agricultural robots, whatever, that can climb those trees, pick the breadfruit, lower it down, or put it in some bag, whatever, and do it. There's so much that can be done in the world of electronics and robotics and those things, that perhaps in St. Lucia we need to look at those things, so that the abundance that we have in the country does not still translate into a scarcity because we can't get to it, you know. We can harvest it so that we can begin to have, in the place of all this flour and all this bacon, this lapat and this dough, that we can begin to have a breadfruit dough, because we have sufficient quantities of it, that we can create a breadfruit wrap and even a breadfruit pizza, that the dough of it is not a flour. So you lay out a nice little breadfruit paste, you know, on your pizza thing. You put your whatever it is, your oil, your cheese, your mushrooms, your pepperoni, whatever on it and so on. You put it there, and you have a St. Lucian pizza that is pizza in every respect, except the flour which we don't produce, which we don't grow here and so on. That instead of all this flour floats and so on, I have to say the floats is good, you know. The amount of times I telling you, I go to certain places and I swear I'll discipline myself. And I swear I'll discipline myself. I talking is not anything I have against the flour. Me say some people know how to make a float good. You know? I tell you, I go up to grocery and I swear for my dietary reasons I leave the flour, but they have a lady who does a bread, and it's not the bread that you buy in the bakery. It's the bread you can come from the, you know, the local oven and so on, the wood-fired oven, and you go there and a bread and herring, you know, or a bread and saltfish. Lord of mercy, it's not big, but I tell you.
But I just say that I think it's St. Vincent. Maybe somebody who is in the know. Yeah. For the fries of Kentucky, I think they use breadfruit or something.
Wonderful, you know, we need to know that. Some years ago, I interviewed with a guy at Radio St. Lucia. He's an agricultural scientist from Jamaica called Dr. Damo Graham. And you know what happened? The Red Stripe Brewery in Jamaica decided, look, man, why we continue to import wheat and barley and malt and so on to make our beer? What you want is a carbohydrate that you ferment, that it gives off the carbon dioxide, whatever it is, so it becomes fizzy. The fermentation process causes alcohol. We can use our local cassava, you know. And so the fellas went on a thing to buy I think they actually set it as policy. They wouldn't go total lead because licensing arrangements and quality specifications and so on. That they decided that 1/3 of all the carbohydrates that they would need for the brewing process had to come from local sources. And you know, they were even thinking, look, let us expand from cassava to sweet potato to other things, because one thing about those carbohydrates is that they all give off a little bit of their own flavor. So you have the malt or malted, but it's really wheat that they go through a special process so it becomes malted or whatever they call it and so on. You know, we have abundant carbohydrate sources, so nobody's saying give up the beer. But can we not make our beer and have our own bitter, you know, agents and so on? I think the bitter tasting beer is something called hops, the hops plant, which is like a vine. We have Corilla and Kokomkuli and so many other things that we can use to give the bitter taste. Can we not even move at least to the experimental stage that St. Lucia has abundant carbohydrate sources that we can use, you know, to do some of that. You know, so anyway,
which is chicken and whatever I use, and the breadfruit to make the fries.
Exactly.
Try that so that you know, at least you boost the economy, the farmers.
Let me tell you something. Every Christmas season, usually we have people giving us gifts of a ham and a turkey. And many years back, I decided, why this breadcrumbs thing every day? I love a red tanya. I love tanya, but I don't like the white one so much. But red tanya. I decided to cook and mash some red tanya. And the little offal that they have inside the turkey, the how you call that, the gizzard and the liver and so on, chop it up, season it properly, you know, give it a little higher salt than I would, and stuff the turkey with that. You know what I found? The inside of the turkey was well seasoned because it was absorbing the seasoning from that thing. And everybody who I shared that turkey with, you'd swear that they wanted the stuffing more than they wanted the turkey. Now, I mean, this is something which just came to my mind, a brainstorm. Why don't I try red tanya? I've tried different things over, not all of them work. Dashing ain't so good as the banja. You know, Dashing has a little stickiness and glee about it and so on. And I've tried different things like that. And I'm saying, there's another time I decided to do fry plantain. Okay, it went well. One thing about plantain, when you fry it, I find the oil is very clean. The plantain has a way and so on. I decided after that, let me fry some chicken in the leftover plantain oil. And rather than use flour to coat it, you know, I think I used some local root and so on that I mashed and I rolled the chicken in it. And the thing came out so good. We need to move towards utilizing. And now that we have, I think for the first time, a woman Minister of Agriculture, I don't recall us having a female as Minister of Agriculture before. I could be wrong. Geraldine Rock was Minister of Community Development and Social Affairs. I don't recall maybe now we will have a thinking outside the box, a different kind of, you know, mindset and so on that we can have, and we can think of those things to make our world a little more self-reliant than it has been.
So when are you putting out your book of recipes?
My book of recipes. I suspect now that you mention it, let you write the forward for me and this kind of thing. You know, maybe I should get to that. But you know, sometimes just by plain experimentation, you wonder about things that you do here and so on. There's a plan that we have, a little long, you know, very short. They call it souring, but there's another name for it and so on. One day, I mean, we had so much of that thing. The tree was just overflowing and there was too much of it. Just like that, I think it was my wife who decided to just crush and squeeze some of those things. And we had some clothes laid out to bleach, what you call mete had lablani. And they had stains on them that were stubborn. We saw what bleach, Clorox and so on was doing to the fibers. Yes, you would get it out, but then it would become... And she just decided to go spread some of the souring that we had doing on it. And we were amazed at how well the thing worked as a bleach, as a stain remover and so on. Right? We may have... The souring tree may have become destroyed or cut down, whatever, at some other point. But we were surprised at how the souring served as a bleach and as a stain remover and so on. And we never knew, and we didn't notice any damage to the fibers. We could be sitting on several gold mines in our own little space, and we really need to explore those things.
But
more.
You might be sitting on millions and you don't know it.
I might be.
Share the information, man, especially the secondary schools, students who are doing...
If I share it, I wouldn't make money.
well,
you know,
copyright it.
You know,
let them have a go at it. I mean, the things you're saying there, sure.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is money.
I know.
Moi parle top. Look, I give away everything already. You know?
No, but what you have said there, I mean, that's innovative. That's really thinking out of the box, and you could share that with especially the homework teachers, etc.
Yeah. There's another name for the souring, but I can't remember what it is.
I mean, that's first class.
Yeah,
man.
Anyway, Terry, you were not there yesterday.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You probably have a lot in your craw, chomping at the bit.
This is a generic.
The campaign you're missing. You see that campaign that ended there? Yeah. But at least the Christmas may have kept you a little bit contented and quiet and things like that. But Noël passé, Journée passé, Asusque passé, National Day passé. Ça même ça dit donc.
But I have to tone it down. As you said, Shelton, we have to tone it down. And our focus now is on bigging up. I'm using that loosely. We have to promote. Well, that is my goal. Like you already one track mind I have it.
Hear that before you continue. Not because Terry likes food, he should write you forward. How about real chefs like yours truly? Who you think with that?
What do you? Miguel, Butu always on something. Yeah, Butu, I love my food, you know. Oh yeah, you're a hand, man. I love my food, Butu. Yeah, but Shelton, I was saying, focus now is on, we ignore the noise. We're going to ignore the noise. As you have been saying something, right? Don't make irrelevant people relevant. You know,
most of all, don't give them the pride of accomplishment that they're getting under your skin. All the nonsense they're coming up with is nonsense they came up before, and still we, meaning you and I, supporters,
that's right.
Yeah, we bang them, you know, worse than they ever get.
The sky is falling. The mood is red. The mood is dread. Nah, Shelton, big up. Now, you know, I like this. Although yesterday I didn't, you need to have this. If you still miss one, I think I have a few in the vehicle. You know, just let me read from page 7 of our manifesto. The next Labour administration, while in pursuit of its 2045 vision, Utanza, Flabu Utanza, Sasa lot 16, 17 naughty.
And this is forward looking. We
Man.
don't do this thing like our only focus is on the next 5 years and winning the next election. You look at a long-term development plan. Now, UWP has done that, you know. But they abandon it very soon. They always come in for quadrant and a new frontier for development. And then it was a new frontier for opportunity. And then it was this. But they never embark on anything which shows that they have a long-term sustained view of the development of the country.
So listen to that, you know. The vision is to 2035. You could hop, skip, and whatever you want to do, you're not going to derail us. So let me read that again. Take my time. The next Labour administration, which is this one that Philip JP has, the 16-1, while in pursuit of its 2035 vision, will give priority to improving the water infrastructure, and that is a problem, of the country, employ new job creation initiatives, broadening access to telecommunications infrastructure, encouraging healthy lifestyles, while improving the healthcare system and intensifying the battle against the incidents of crime. These priority areas will form the basis for another term of people-centered policies, which will help build a stronger economic, social, and resilient country. We shall, where possible, scale up the policies which have worked well. What policies? Like the youth economy, the one university graduate per household program, the payment of CXC subjects for students, and the one laptop per secondary school child program. In addition, we shall make increases to government pensioners in line with the collective agreements between the representatives of public servants and the government of St. Lucia. Our social protection for vulnerable groups, a philosophical disposition of the Labour Party, will be broadened. Now there's more. Read it. Now, in light of that, Shelton, the party has outlined, and the government has outlined, the major infrastructure projects. You could line up a video free, whether we go break before the break or after the break, doesn't really matter. The major infrastructure projects that we are going to undertake. One, and you heard the Prime Minister in his address, construction of an upgraded Hiranura International Airport. But we should not have been in that position in Shelton. Kenny Anthony, Dr. Kenny Anthony, left that on the table, a PPP. Sheldon, anyway, we're not going to upgrade. the last Sheldon.
By the way, Dr. Anthony just reached 75.
Yeah, he just reached 75. Well played, good innings, Doc.
Yeah, honestly.
Well played. And you have set the foundation that Philip J. Pierre is building upon.
Yes.
Upgrade of the castries and Viewfort seaports. I have a thing, we're going to play there. Now, Shelton, we pass by the harbour all the time. Don't we? No, hold it back, still. We pass by the harbour all the time. Right now, I think there are 3 cruise ships in the harbour.
Yes.
3 cruise ships in the harbour. And you could see GPH
still
doing their work.
You're going in town. Did you see that the majesty of that boom?
Yeah, oh yes,
above
man.
the city,
yes,
skyline,
man.
and so on. In its Christmas lights and the blue, the long blue thing and so on. I watched that so many times. Oh Lord, who would have thought about that? That's a construction, major construction, adding to the Christmas cheer and the Christmas ambience and so on.
Oh yes, man. You have to get into the program, people. And I tell you, it doesn't matter what color you are. Yeah. The flabbos, the moderate ones, those of you who are not, like some ballots. No. Be with your government. Work with your government. Let us advance our country. So we are upgrading the castries ports. Soufrière is, there were about 2 or 3 ships, cruise lines in Soufrière. GPH is down there too. When fellas are there, first thing we're going to do is tear up the contract.
Because they sold the port.
They sold the port. Nonsense. No, decal. Improvements to the water infrastructure, yes? Now, before you improve that, we need a report on the desilting, $69 million spent for 8% dredging. Yes. That's not value for money. Something happened there.
Including the machine that was supposed to dry the earth. When you dredge the earth and it's wet, you put that on it like a big iron. You can pass it there.
We need to know, because you can't tell me, Shelton, 3 employees in 2 years made $9 million, received $9 million in salaries. People, folks, that cannot be right. My one salary is $150,000 a month. And next one is $125,000 a month. And next one is $100,000 a month. $375,000 a month just for 3 people. And for 2 years, $9 million? No, we need a report. That has to be tabled in the house, man. We need to know. Because $69 million for 8%. Dredge. And now we're facing a drought.
And that machine to dry the earth, that never worked.
Look, we need a report. Now, if the special prosecutor cannot do anything about that, we need to know what happened there. Come, construction of the bus terminals, Cashier of Viewfort, that's coming. Upgrading of the Sir Julian Hunt Highway from Shelton, we should not have been in that position. That should have been done already.
Long time.
Because Dr. Anthony left that on the table, signed, sealed, and about to be delivered. And we mess up with the QATs. And some ballot will come and tell us we are attack dogs. Yes, I'm an attack dog. I wear that proudly. I'm going to defend my country. I love my country, Construction of the Viewfort administration. That's another one that hurts. An administrative center for Viewfort. Let's say for the South. You have old people coming up here to register deaf. You have to come up here to get your license. These things should have been decentralized. These services, Dr. Anthony started the process. It was started.
The same way you could go and have swearing in just to show off and like to rub it in.
Waste money.
Then at least show the people of Viewfort that you're serious about their development.
Precisely. Government is supposed to be continuous and construction of the new Soufrière Hospital. Now, so these are some of the major works. Now, people, I tell you, acquaint yourself, Flabbos, especially the moderate ones. I'm not talking about the hardcore ones that just don't think for themselves. So of you could think. See me, I'll give you a copy. I think I have a few copies there. Let us discuss. So that in the next election, we're taking 10,000 votes from you all again. You're on the losing ground. Because you all do not love your country. And I'm going to say, some of you are traitors to your country. I don't care how you all spin it. You understand? So, these are some of the major infrastructure projects that will be undertaken. And when we come back, maybe we have a video of that, because Shelton, I realize we're on the 1 minute back, the 1 o'clock mark, so we're going to take the break.
All right, Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. We'll be back shortly to continue our discussions, and not too long thereafter, we hope to open the phone lines.
The man, the The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Country, we talk country. This Saturday, January 17th. Come have an unforgettable experience upstairs the Castries Market. It's a night of country classics. Party up inside to the best country and western hits from yesteryear. And now, ladies, you free all night. Yes, ladies, you free all night. Men, you pay $10. Doors open from 8 p.m. Featuring the entertainer DJ Leroy and the professor DJ Elton. All powered by Entertainer Sounds. So link your crew, cause this Saturday night is X amount of country music as we party up inside the Castries Market. See you there.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell Vieux 4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The CDC opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thank you for staying with The Real Issues, powered by Blue Waters, on this Thursday, the 15th of January, 2026, with me, Shelton Daniel, and Terry Fenelon. Let's take a second, no more, to wish a very happy birthday to a comrade, to a brother. And I think, like Fenelon, a fellow martial artist, Oliver J. Lawrence, my former co-worker at Radio St. Lucia. Met him not too long ago. We don't run into each other too often, but we met and we stopped for a while to speak. So, Oliver, happy birthday to you and best wishes to you and to your family, okay? What else do I have there? Somebody called Misty says that the focus now is on governance, and she was asking about the souring fruit that I spoke about, and my wife has just reminded me that it's called bilimbi. Bilimbi, yeah. Bilim, Bilimbi, okay, so bilimbi. To me, there's still another name that I grew up knowing, that it is. But it's a very versatile fruit. You can make juice with it. You can do. Another thing, we had the star fruits. There's another.
5 fingers?
Yeah.
Was it the 5 finger? The star fruit, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
5 fingers?
5 fingers, that's right. And also very good, They've been. I saw cautions about it and so on, like be careful how much of it you take and so on. But, these things, they are just so tasty. And when those particular trees, the saurin, the star fruit of 5 fingers and so on, and these things grow, they produce so much.
Yeah.
And you ask yourself, why don't we have so much more of those juices and so on about town? Like the range of juices that we have seems so very limited. Just like the range of vegetables. I find you ask for a salad, they will give you a shredded lettuce, cabbage,
yes.
carrot, and little else in it. And to me, the range of vegetables that we're supposed to have in our country, in our tropical paradise, should be a lot more and so on.
Yeah,
they give you a soup and so on, and you wonder why the callaloo leaf, they call sijin and so on, why we don't use more of that and so on. So, St. Lucia has a lot of diversity in it. And when you hear me talking about the garbage and the treatment of the environment, a lot of my mind is really leaning towards the preservation of a very rich environment and the diversity that we have in it, that we need to protect it and so on. There's another message I wanted to get to but I think I may have exhausted them for now. So, Terry, back to you.
Yes, Shelton. And we have to encourage our young people. You heard the Prime Minister talking about the young men especially. Too many of them on the block. We have to get them, the youth, the youth employment. Shelton, when I tell you, Philip J. Pierre is a visionary. I have a clip. I think I sent it to you, but from Deacon Michel yesterday, the Prime Minister.
Okay, I'll bring it on.
Not yesterday. I wasn't on yesterday. Qui joue aujourd'hui?
C'est jeudi.
Okay, no, we'll come to it afterwards.
You were not there yesterday, so it would have had to be on Tuesday.
Either Monday or Tuesday. From Deacon Michel, who is now going to implement a youth employment agency.
Okay, all right.
And I want you all to listen to that. He's in the house talking about that. And just as he has that, we have another clip where there was a forum of people training for our young people. And I'm saying that the young men especially, man, there is so much, as you said, that you could do, to better yourselves, make use of the fruits that we have.
Because our food security is going to become all the more crucial in the days ahead. Where the world is moving now, where there is all this kind of, you never know what you wake up to the next day and so on. We have to take things like our food security, our environmental preservation. We got to take those things very seriously. Thank you very much for Deborah, who sent a message saying, I personally do breadfruit pizza for years now. I do the saltfish breadfruit pizza. Well, extend an invitation and send me a Google Maps,
Maybe the next time when the Anglican church is having because they always have this thing. Banana breakfast. And
one of the main people behind it, sadly, passed away. David.
Jordan.
David Jordan,
Right.
Sadly, he was one of the main drivers. I'm not saying he will die because of that.
But I know Chalo, he's deep into Calypso. Cecil Charles. So maybe at the next festival, they try to ridicule the Prime Minister when he says, watch what you eat and eat what you... But of course, that's why I'm doing it. And eat what you grow what you eat. So... I would love to taste that breadfruit
especially the saltfish breadfruit pizza. And especially if she is a person of means who can sprinkle that saltfish
Yes,
generously,
Let's encourage our
fried onions and peppers and those kind of things on it. That sound good,
Somebody says the camodola, 5-finger starfruit.
Carambola.
Carambola. Well, she spelled it badly. I read it as this carambola. Sorry about that. So yes, let's just play video free while we, take it at in.
The story of tourism in St. Lucia isn't about one market anymore. It's about balance. In March 2025, St. Lucia welcomed more than 146,000 stayover visitors. Tourism is no longer one-dimensional. It's layered. It's diversified. It's intentional. Stayover tourism continues to anchor the sector. It remains the strongest and most consistent driver. Yacht arrivals increased by 4.3% in 2025, a signal of expanding high-value niches. Community and niche tourism are growing steadily. More experiences, more participation, more spread of value. June is traditionally slower, yet in June 2025, St. Lucia recorded over 111,000 stayover visitors. Demand is holding, even beyond peak season. That's not momentum, that's resilience. Different markets, one direction. St. Lucia's tourism economy is holding strong.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as somebody correctly said, I think they told you that, or said, this point in time, our focus is on our country and development, governance.
That's right.
We're leaving these fellas behind. We will try not to mention them or anything like that. We're going to focus on that. And look at picture 1, a milestone month for St. Lucia. 36,255 stayover arrivals recorded in November, the highest ever in our history. Woo, that is remarkable. Now, yesterday is Wednesday. Normally on a Wednesday, I go when I am the cabaret crawl, Nestor's cabaret crawl. Nestor, I give you a shout out there, boy.
Yes.
Good for the fella. Now, this fella's warning us already, If you know.
That's in Grand Riviere.
In Grand Riviere, Piat Gap. Nestor, I come in, whatever you cook there later today, I come in for it. So make sure you have something there, at least a little surf and tuff. You follow? Because my technician is coming to do something with my vehicle, and that's why I have to cool out. That's home. Okay? Hazel, my house was good, and Nestor. Now, yesterday while we were there chatting, one of the architects, an architect, and some of the fellows, they were talking about how impressed they were. Now, I want to pronounce that well. Alia, the new structure that's going up at Mompima.
Yeah.
And Shelton, when that is completed, well, there'll be a soft opening, about 500 rooms. There'll be 1,311 beds.
Wow, that's a huge property.
That's a
huge property.
And I understand. They
talk about cruise ships being floating hotels. Yeah. Well, this one is a stationary cruise ship.
As you said that too, I just played a clip from and Cuthbert DJ will give me some pressure.
Okay.
Because he's always telling me, tell the people, give the information for the yachties, because his claim, and it is true, these yachties contribute a lot to our GDP.
Yeah, and they tend not to get the
right, and they're not being given the prominence.
I think both Cuthbert and the former OECS Director General, Dr. Len Ishmael, have been making that point. We do not factor the contribution of the yachting sector.
The yachting sector contributes tremendously, and that is why we call the fellas, the yachties. Let us know their contribution, because we talk about cruise ships. We have free cruise ships there, yes, that's all well and good. But the yachties also contribute. But we are back to the hotel shelter. And they were making the point that, well, the spa is good for the spa. They say, man, that takes that thing up a notch, And they were explaining to me some of the things that will be provided in that hotel. So Shelton, that ain't no PH investment. And I want to commend that the minister, the Muhammad Ali of our politics, Hile, because he has taken a lot of blows. He gave a lot to Titus. I'm not Titus, to
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy. He took a lot of blows, personal, insults, etc. But accusations leveled at him and everything else.
The most outrageous things, being that he stole $1.2 billion.
Kudos to you, Brother Ile. Because when that facility is open, and not only that, Shelton, just next door, because it's at Royal St. Lucian Hotels and Rex, these things will demolished.
Right.
And in its place will be, I understand, 8 and 10-story buildings, hotels. Okay. So the level of investment, investor confidence has returned. Why? Because we have a prime minister who is honest, a man of integrity. Shelton, you notice all what they say about it. They can never say it's corrupt.
Right.
Even this guy, not Richard, the other one, Martinez had to say, you cannot bribe it. You remember that? I will not play that because I don't go on these useless fellas. But he says, he's honest, he's upright.
And whatever he says he's going to do, he does it.
You could hold him to his word.
He's never caught to come back and say, oh, I said I was going to do that, but that can't be done.
You're trying to paint him as a liar and a thief and thing. That can't work. 16-1. Look it. And so Shelton, the kind of and just across Republic Bank, that thing will be in disturbed, So there's an investment. You can't get workers because our government is doing something right. What they're doing, they're leading well. There's no corruption. There's no whiff of corruption. No, there's no bandit in a suit telling investors pass it before they can lay down a brick. No, we're not so. We together. We do what we have to do. Now, I don't want to talk too much. There's a lot more there, But we have time. We have 4 years, 4.5 years again.
We don't know.
God spares.
We don't know. Yeah. There are a lot of people who thought they had how many more months, and they hit them with a premier de sum that they could not.
But I understand the fellas are only now getting the election paraphernalia. Because you can't read people.
Yes.
Yeah, but Shelton, the level of investment, the amount of the investor confidence is phenomenal, and that is why we will continue to prosper. You understand? People talking about we are the precipice. We are no precipice. We have had years of economic growth, and it's going to continue under Philip J. Pierre. So, Shelton, there's more, but I think we can let the public in, or I can continue.
Well, it's up to you. We still have
okay, well, let me just play something from Bibi. Bibi, the Honorable Jeremiah just sent me something I will use tomorrow. The one from video one. I say one day on air I shouldn't say Bibi. The Honorable Kenson Cassini. When everybody was, like I say Musa, because Musa is my classmate, Teachers College. Yeah. But Kenson Cassini, the Honorable Kenson Cassini, gave a report. He did a video, gave a report of his stewardship. And remember, that's what you are, We are stewards. They were stewards. And they have to account. So let's hear from Kenson Cassini.
Little youth, unstoppable, turn away a train. Everything fence, every lane. He a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain. Every man have a dream and a nightmare. Every day can be the same. He a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain. From me a little youth, me tell myself me have a plan. Me want famous like Ninja Man. Me want big like Joe Bantan. So every day me build 17 song. Me nah lie, the journey did long, but I get up and born and grow so me strong. When me get my first number one, me buy a house for me mother, yeah man. Where me you come from? Our lobster me nam for dinner. Where the haters them did there. When I want pair of shoes me did have. In a pay bad mind no mine. Work hard to achieve what's mine. Who no never wants to see the star shine. Every ghetto youth is a star. Unstoppable, run away a train. Everything fence, every lane. Me a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain. Every man have a dream and a nightmare. Every day can be the same. Me a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain. So I work hard and it a fi come true. Babylon don't like you. Careful inna the street, fool a go lose. Dog don't make a wrong move. Me no want lazy become for your excuse. Dog what you think you prove. Say you want be a gangster and a farm young. Make sure you no farm fool. I me a come from. Now I lobster me am for dinner. Where the haters them did they. When I want paper shoes me did have. In a pay bad mind no mine. Work hard to achieve what's mine. Who no never wants to see the star shine. Every ghetto youth is a star. Unstoppable, run away train. Everything fence, every lane. Me a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain. Every man have a dream and a nightmare. Every day can't be the same. Me a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain.
Up to the time, you don't know how we run from the east to the west, man. We have connect, we have link, man. Cause from we have connect, we have money. And from we have link, we have money. Remember how the guys are things setting. Anywhere. You understand? Anywhere, we have connect.
I me a come from. Now I lobster me am for dinner. Where the haters them did they. When I want paper shoes me did have. In a pay bad mind no mine. Work hard to achieve what's mine. Who no never wants to see the star shine. Every ghetto youth is a star. Unstoppable, run away train. Everything fence, every lane. Me a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain. Every man have a dream and a nightmare. Every day can't be the same. Me a aim for the sky like plane. Them a pray for we fall like rain.
Right. Okay, Kenson, you reported on what you have done, and there's going to be more progress. Now, I have a piece of advice for you. I mean, you may not take it. I know you are, I can't say that word. You are a very good representative. You have done well. You have been entrusted with a very serious ministry, that portfolio of education. Residing in your constituency are two people I think you should have on speed dial. One is His Lordship, the Honorable Mario Michel. He's a man, I think, if you speak with him, he was former Minister of Education, because I want you to do good in that ministry, I want you to show slate. He will have time for you. And the other was the PS at the time. Well, he's a man I admire a lot. He's a brain, great brain, Dr. Didicus Jules. Both of them reside in your constituency. And I think you should make some time to have a sit down with these two gentlemen. Mario Michel, His Lordship, retired OECS judge, right? And then the Honorable, well, not Honorable, he's the director of the OECS, Dr. Didicus Jules. These fellas can advise you and give you tips, etc. Use the resources that are available to you. So you, in addition to being an excellent representative, you'll also come out to be one of the best ministers of education that we have. I want to rest my case, Shelton, and maybe you could open it.
All right, okay. All right, well, the numbers that you can reach us on, you can WhatsApp call us on 487-9849, that's 758-487-9849, and you can call us on the landline, the local landline, 4533-911. The lines are open now for your calls. So make the most and the best of it. We're going until 2 o'clock this afternoon as always. And then we got to wrap up. Okay, so lines are open. Announcement is made. Thank you very much, all you wonderful people on the Facebook Live. Westy Duet, who says, Shelton Daniel, I love my dumpling. Woo! You know. All right, Leota Robert Alexander. Thank you very much for your greeting. Paul Gilbert, nice to know that you're with us. And Vibert Dalso as well. Peter Nicholas is, I think, asking whether Can I Help You will be on tonight or whether he's making a statement. I've not received any notifications about it. Maybe Honorable Richard Frederick or Albert Fregis can perhaps shoot us a little message or give us a call to let us know whether Can I Help You is going to be on tonight, as it would be on Thursdays. They did take a break. But of course, we're back. Zafeno is back, and we don't know who else has made the decision to be back. Lucy Manuel, nice to know you're watching. Good afternoon. And Mercedes Al Henry, good afternoon to you as well. And I think Jeanette Henry, don't know if I'm seeing two Henrys in succession. I suspect you all are in the same home. Lucille Kade, and thank you so much. Stanislas Masso is also here with us, as well as Nigel. Do we have a caller? Are we getting a call? All right. Nigel Randolph and Solange Francois James. Good afternoon, caller. Real Issues. You're on the air.
Good afternoon, Shelton, and good afternoon, Terry.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
I see you all there in your national colors. You all have advanced independence celebrations.
Yeah.
Or perhaps commemorating Nobel Laureate Month.
You figure.
But Shelton, I wanted to reference a statement that Terry made earlier, and I really like it that Terry remembers the atrocities of the United Workers' Party during their term from 2016 to 2021. One of it is the dredging of the John Compton Dam.
Yes.
I'm hearing people in the north are clamoring over the water shortages that are being experienced. And while I don't make excuses for the government, but I think we must always remember what happened during that period with the National Utilities Regulatory Commission having to step in and cap the project cost for the John Compton Dam, which was originally set at about 14 million, US dollars. And it had reached, it was approaching 60 million EC dollars. So, and in the end, we only had 8% silt removed from the John Compton Dam. So I know that the St. Lucia Labour Party administration has in their manifesto provision for water storage, increased capacity, dealing with non-revenue water, and continuation of the dredging within this term of government. So I think we would need to ask the public to bear patience with the government, because what we've seen from Honorable Philip J. Pierre is that whatever he promises, he delivers. And so the dam, the water shortages and so on will be addressed. But never should we forget the $60 million 8% dredging. Also, like Terry brought up, the cost of the engineering team, 3 engineers on a project, and the government, the water company at the time, paid $375,000 a month. Whether rain fell, whether sunshine, no matter what happened, that was a direct cost coming out of that project. $375,000 a month. And so I think, Shelton, that is a case which the special prosecutor really ought to dig into, so that the people of St. Lucia can get back the monies that they have been paid, the dredging fee. Because remember, in the UWP's, I don't know if it was in their manifesto or they made a pronouncement that they would be stopping the dredging fee. But that dredging fee that was imposed, we need to ask them, what did they do with it? Because it was part of that $60 million. So we as consumers, customers of Wasco, we ought to be getting a refund of that dredging fee when the special prosecutor finishes its work on that particular project.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for encouraging me with your faith in the special. Thanks. You're very encouraging. That
Yes.
You have that confidence and that faith in the special prosecutor. We've seen another call flashing on the landline.
The
Yeah.
justice system system takes a little while, Shelton.
Yes. No, well, that's what I'm telling you. I'm very encouraged, you know. So if my own confidence was flagging, you've just given it, that little, injection.
Yes. Yes, we'll get there.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay, have a good afternoon.
All right. Real Issues, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, comrade. Thanks for your patience.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, man, there are so many issues, real issues, going on the opening of the year.
Mm-hmm.
One does not even know where to really start. Except to say, because of the issues that are facing or the St. Lucian populace are actually faced with now, the work of real issues is cut out for it. In terms of causing the populace to understand the fundamental things behind the things that are affecting them.
Okay.
But I just want to really reflect a little on the issue which Shelton raised regarding the local products and these kind of issues in terms of people not consuming our local products enough.
Yeah.
I believe that's all. It's a reason, a reflection of the impact of capitalism. Imports, people in St. Lucia and their consumption patterns are too much attached to imports, ready package coming from foreign countries into us. The reason why I say that, my brother, is because there's pile of information, if it can be got, that a lab at the Union Agricultural Station, which was started on the College George at some point in his ventures there, where people were demonstrating what can be done with our local produce. I know people like the fellow there, Desmond Dexter, who is in another under the Hotel Question, Henry Ligon. Them fellows demonstrated what could have been done with local products. I believe the problem is we have not been able to transfer that potential into a commercial and commercialized situation.
Yeah.
The thing we talk about, Shelton raised about the breadfruit, when Khalid George was the executive director of what is called CARDI, he caused to happen an assistance to the region from the USA, which is now defunct under Trump, called TROPO. And I know there's an area on the hill by Benizier's side in the valley where we caused a farmer to plant up to 5 acres of breadfruit to be able to show the horticultural and other things that can be done to breadfruit by pruning it and these kind of issues. So there's a vast arsenal of information there. We have not been able to garner this information and to translate it into what I would call to commercialize them. Now there's another problem when it's commercialized. We listened to the debate and I heard Shelton very eloquent this morning on Zafeni about the debate about the ganja question, marijuana, and some of the issues that are being raised by the carriers and these guys there about some guy whose land was, raided by police and this guy. We have to even say where the legislation is there when it's going to come. We have only a clock to demonstrate to producers how that whole question of ganja, marijuana as a commodity can be commercialized. Translate it to the farming question, introducing it to a marketing question. I believe in that interregnum here, the carriers within society should really be able to do that and enter into agreement with the police and the legislation of causing farmers to really produce it at whatever level it is. People don't realize what that commercialization of ganja marijuana would do to St. Lucia. And you have to be careful. It would really take the dreadlocks, the brothers in the hillside areas that are deforesting the country, causing river flows. And this is what it would have if you can cause them and integrate them into a commercialized aspect of marijuana production and marketing. Now, I want to associate myself with H. this corridor. I heard him, and he said, After 7 o'clock, I'm still drinking. It's where I was up till 4 o'clock and doing my things at the class. But I want to associate myself with that point, because the point is, if America now is really putting pressure on the Caribbean, for whatever reason yet, the Caribbean people have to look for alternative measures to survive. That's a very, very important issue and a debate that must come into the real issue. If today a war breaks out in the region, right, and the planes and things cannot come, what would St. Lucia survive with? From the local products that Shelton is raising, the question of farming, you always get a market for marijuana. You know what has happened to Trump? I don't know if you were following that. Trump elevated the research on marijuana, well, drugs and things, from one level to another level, to give researchers in the United States to research on the benefits and the medical effects of marijuana. Yeah? So we have to listen to this and know. So if you have the framework, because I believe there was a gap between the legislation that we're talking about and what is to happen on the ground, and everybody involved in that debate have a responsibility. The other issue I'd like to reflect on, which is a real issue, is the whole question of the diesels, my comrade. Okay? But I'm getting a little thirsty and things, so we'll talk about that one later. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Cut out for you all, the two of you all there, and the other fellow on Jaime, and that thing is cut out. Thank you very much.
All right. All right, Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Time for our commercial break. Past time, actually. We'll take it, and when we come back, we'll be entertaining more of your calls and looking at your messages as well.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Country, we talk country. This Saturday, January 17th. Come have an unforgettable experience upstairs the Castries Market. It's a night of country classics. Party up inside to the best country and western hits from yesteryear. And now, ladies, you free all night. Yes, ladies, you free all night. Men, you pay $10. Doors open from 8 p.m. Featuring the entertainer DJ Leroy and the professor DJ Elton. All powered by Entertainer Sounds. So link your crew, cause this Saturday night is X amount of country music as we party up inside the Castries Market. See you there.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell Vie 4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop, Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Why are you suffering from aches, pains, and illnesses? When there's help for you. At Health Service Center, we offer a wide range of treatment that has been scientifically proven to help you with your aches, pains, and illnesses. Our ICT machine is one of the most effective devices in the health field. It has shown positive results in many health problems, such as back pains, shoulder pains, migraine headaches, pain in the knees and legs, poor circulation, arthritis, diabetic neuropathy, numbness in the feet, strokes, and sports injuries. ICT, repairs, rebuild. The power to heal, the future of pain relief.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thank you for staying with the Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Just our fourth program for the new year 2026. I'm Shelton Daniel. With me is Terry Fenelon, who I think right now wants to give a little shout out to a brother who, despite his challenges and trials and so on, has never given up, always tuning into the program.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
from a
Terry.
colleague too. I mean, we work in the education sector together. He's a staunch supporter of Real Issues. So, Mahani Oji, I wish you a speedy recovery. I know you're listening. I know you're always tuned in, even if, you know, you're under pressure like this.
Yes.
But you're on the hospital bed, and we do wish you, all the Real Issues fans and followers, we do wish you a very speedy recovery.
Yes, and Mahoney, and also I want to send my greetings to his very supportive, beautiful, and very loyal wife, both in terms of family and in terms of, you know, what we all support together. And I'm talking about Diane Auger, you know, and other members of the Auger family, agriculturist Chris Auger. We're talking about Dania Auger Stevens and so on. And we're also talking about the other one who is the banker. How could I forget this one? All right, I'm sorry about that. If you're listening, you know, just having a little senior moment, the one that I should know the best.
It happens all the time.
And so on, that I'm not... I'm remembering her first name right now. But you know, the Auger family quite large, and I'm saying they, in many respects, are a family of one mind. So Mahoney, I will again wish you get well soon. He says he's presently at the St. Jude Hospital at the stadium. And I'm glad that he pointed this out, because the days of the stadium we know shall soon be over.
Soon be over, yes.
All right, Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. We were taking your calls. There was someone on the landline for the longest while. I don't think they realized that we had gone for a break. So you can call back. We still have a few minutes to go on today's program. 4533-911 is the number to dial. In fact, had I seen that call before the WhatsApp that I was looking across, I would have taken the landline call first. But unfortunately, the WhatsApp came on and I saw it. So the WhatsApp number, 758-487-9849. You can reach us on that number via WhatsApp, and you can also reach us on the local landline which is 4533911. Okay. Terry, anything further from you? I guess now is the... Okay, he's gone now. Okay.
He's gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was on. Okay. Sorry about that, caller, but we think the person may be calling back. Real Issues, you're on the air. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm sorry if we kept you waiting for a long time, but we didn't realize there was a call on the line.
Sorry?
I said I'm sorry if we kept you waiting for a long time.
I only just got on.
Okay.
In fact, one ring and you answered.
All right, okay.
All right, gentlemen, how are you doing?
Doing okay, I mean, waiting to see those dumplings that you seem to think you're so good at,
Soon. In fact, I'll fix something and bring it.
My mind is very fixed already, to give you a passing grade. I'll make sure you get 57.
In 2 weeks. But I still want to write that forward.
Okay, brothers. Okay, what's on your mind today?
Well, sir, I did send you that message, and I think it's very important. In terms of the VG Sports Complex, I think when we look at, apart from the Marshall Grounds and the Military Park, that is the longest standing sports facility of that nature after these two parks. And I remember during the Shelton administration, there was this gentleman named John Wiggins, who was actually of St. Lucian parentage, and he worked with the Toronto Raptors G League team, the Raptors 905. And there was a proposal that was put forward to the Basketball Federation with the support, obviously, of Raptors 905. I think there would have been some sort of partnership with covering the places, a dome more or less over the BG Sports Complex. And I think that it's due time that we had that, because that was one time our premier sporting facility when it came to the outdoor sports, basketball, volleyball, netball. And I think that thing was totally rejected or ignored by the Shelton administration. So an appeal to my friend, Honorable Kenton Kazumi, to look for that proposal and see what we can do moving forward, because it wasn't anything I believe that the government would have borne the significant cost. There was much sponsorship and partnership moving forward, especially as it relates to basketball, where that is concerned. So an appeal to the Ministry of Sports to look for that proposal and see what we can do with it.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Good afternoon to Donan Jabatis. Nice to have you with us. Brenda Calendar is also here. Cletus Peter from Brooklyn, New York. He sends his greetings. Really appreciate that. Yes, we'll just press it, and we'll release it. We continue taking your calls. We still have time. Francis Philip, good afternoon to you as well. Dudu Darling Mara. All right, who's Dudu Darling? Are you? Okay, all right. Everybody's on, I guess. And I think we're getting a call on the WhatsApp line now. Or we have a message. Which one it is? Let's take the call. I just mentioned Cletus Peter, and I don't know if it's him calling us from New York. Hi, good afternoon. Hello, caller, you're on the
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hi, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Yes, I want to send get well briefing for Mr. Auger, Mr. Mahoney. Yeah, one of my favorite teachers at Compass B. Yeah, I can remember some of the good times we had.
Yeah, the sisters remembers who me know.
Yes, I did not realize what back at the hospital.
Yeah.
And I took my duty to go and see him. And I also want to say kudos to the new MPs. I find they taking their post very seriously. They fitting very nicely. Yes, I like the PR, especially with Danny Butcher. He's letting everybody know what is going on. Always making himself available when he can. He will say. So I like that. I just hope we continue on that same note. Yeah, so I just want to big up all the new MPs.
Okay.
Yes, keep on that good work. Okay, gentlemen, and also Terry, I'm sending condolences to him and the person of his mom. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, then.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Greetings to Paul Gilbert, Bernadette Charles, and Camilla Jean, Cecil Peter. I think I hadn't given a shout out to you as well. For people on the Facebook Live, I often don't get the time or don't pay close attention enough, but seeing all of you out in force. Sylvia Dubule, Peter Nicholas, good afternoon to you as well, and Ivy Mitchell, who is also on the chat. Vina Charles, I think I mentioned Sabina Fontenelle already, as well as Viber Dalso, I'm sure. so very much, and I think we're getting another call. As I say, greetings to Marcia Mitchell. Good afternoon, you're on the Real Issues. Hello, caller, you're there. Hello, caller, on the WhatsApp line, you're there.
Yeah, good afternoon, Shelton.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon to you.
All right. I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm hearing all the comments in St. Lucia about marijuana and all this kind of stuff. You know, I'm
Speak up a bit, as if you're kind of low.
Oh well, I'm just wondering how long who put the restriction on this marijuana thing?
I don't know. It's been there for a long time, eh?
Because marijuana is a God-created plant.
Yes.
They have mangoes, they have tomatoes, they have lettuce, they have cabbage, they have oranges, they have all kinds of stuff. They didn't put no restriction on them. They put restriction on marijuana. Why?
I guess cabbage and those things, they don't have the mind-altering effect that marijuana and the there's a plant from which they get the cocaine. It's called the coca plant. It's God's creation as well. Right here in St. Lucia, we had, what was it, the joy juice and the trumpet. They have certain mushrooms that you go and eat them and so on, and they will give you a wild experience. I think they're called psychotropic. Okay, psychedelic substances and so on, and they can do some pretty crazy things. So over time, it wasn't something that they just woke up one day and decide we're going to put restriction. They would have had time to observe the effects and what they were doing to people and etc. etc. Even alcohol can be said to be natural,
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah,
I smoke weed for a long time. And fortunately, it did not affect my mind. Because when I smoke weed, I was a banana farmer. It gave me the energy to do this hard work. I didn't just smoke weed and stand on the side of the road doing nonsense. But I don't know what I should really say about this marijuana thing. But I don't like the fact that they have a law where the police can go and raid the marijuana plantation.
Are you aware that in St. Lucia and in other countries in the islands in the Caribbean now that marijuana has been decriminalized? In other words, they find you for a small amount of marijuana, I think 30 grams on you. The police will not arrest or charge you whatever. And you can grow up to 4 or 5 plants in your yard, at your home for your family use and so on. And no police will come and uproot it or raid you or charge you for it, right? You know that?
I know that.
Okay. What is the situation? What's the situation in Philadelphia right now? Can you have a little joint on you or have a plant, potted plant in your house and they won't dig anything? Is that happening there now?
I'm in Pennsylvania. I don't know for Philadelphia.
Okay.
But it is still illegal where I am.
Okay.
I think you can have a certain amount, but I'm not sure of that.
Okay.
Because I don't smoke weed anymore.
Okay, all right.
I left. I stopped smoking about 11 years ago.
Okay, all right. What made you stop?
Because I realized it was not getting me high anymore.
Okay.
So I didn't want to add tobacco and hemp and cigarette things in that, because that's causing a lot of problem.
Okay, you develop tolerance.
Oh?
They call it tolerance. When you're using something, after some time you have to use a lot more of it to get the same effect. Some people have it with alcohol that they need to drink more to feel. So maybe you develop tolerance. But that's a very good decision, a strong decision that you made on your own.
Man.
Yeah.
Now you see, it was not difficult for me to stop because you know that there's use and abuse. When you abuse it, then it becomes very addictive.
Okay.
When you use it, it's very easy to stop.
Okay.
And that was me. It was very easy to stop smoking.
Okay.
Because I mean, nobody have to smoke, you know. The things you have to do in life is to eat, drink, sleep, to stay healthy. Fortunately, I have no COBT. I don't have this kind of health issues. So I'm good.
Okay.
Now the next thing I want to talk about is the people in America. The majority of them voted for Trump. And now they're crying, they're protesting. What is that for? And they are saying to something for that boy, you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
And they are crying. Mais Makahele, mais actuellement, mon son citizen, Marais vote by monsieur.
Okay.
Yes. Jamais.
All right. Merci un peu.
Oui, bonjour.
Okay,
right.
we'll see. All right, so I think we can continue to take a couple of calls before we wrap up for today. If that's the case.
You shouted out Oliver Lawrence for his birthday.
Yes, I did.
We left one person out. Lord help me. Mark Stephen Robertson.
I saw he was wishing Oliver, but nobody knew at the time
so,
that it was his birthday.
So Lord help me, have a wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, we have a caller on the line. Real issues. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes. Hi. Good afternoon to you.
Let me tell you. I think there was a party temperature.
There was a what?
That was the UWP. A party.
Mm-hmm.
That was the UWP.
It was.
But it so happened they lose the U, so they are WPs. I think they're giving the Prime Minister too many portfolios he cannot handle. Your Party Murphy, portfolio Prime Minister. Confessami, portfolio Prime Minister. Nom Ale Kabul, portfolio Prime Minister. Tout ça qui fait c'est portfolio Prime Minister. By Prime Minister en tête pour produire pays, by sécurité et by sécurité pour faire la vie au primaire.
Ok. Ou pas besoin de demander pour bailler pièce chance. Yo pas ni pièce l'autorité. Après dit c'est yo qui ka bailler chance encore.
Non, mais yo ka bailler top portfolio.
Non, qui demande ça? Qui demande ça? On ni pour mettre comment pour pas ka on bagay yo ka commencer puis S et puis ka boter puis E pas iogam. Donne-moi pas ba yo pièce qualité gamme pour faire yo important. Accordé c'est yo qui ni pour bailler prime minister pièce qualité chance. Li pep Saint-Lucie en le 1er décembre l'année passée, yo parlé pour deuxième coup en de 4 l'année et demi. Yo fait l'idée, yo fait décision yo, la pas nan yo ça fait qu'on dit yo nan dans yo la été la radio de ka si yo pas content tout. Merci un peu mais nous pour nous aller.
But yo ka dit top bagay.
Et puis yo ba do bout.
You appelled they are not United Workers Party. You say Workers Party.
Merci un peu.
Dernier bail là. Moi bleu garder pour les libéraux.
Garder pour qui ça ba?
Lady Likoye.
I don't know.
Ma comprendre ça au dire. So peut-être c'est pour nous ça dit au plaise, OK? Merci un peu. You know, and that's another thing I will continue to say. Criticize when there's things to criticize. Dismantle untruths, but don't give them so much time.
No.
They don't have the relevance. They don't have the legitimacy. And what they're doing now is what they have done since 2021, especially. They have engaged in it. They're now trying to execute the same playbook all over again. and we have to demonstrate to them that we are now focused on bigger and more important
We're
things
taking the high road.
about the security, about the progress, about the well-being, about the development of the country. That is what we're concerned about, especially within a very challenging international environment as we're seeing. All right, thank you so very much, Jaquan, for another great job. Thanks, Terry.
Yes.
For being here once again. I know now you can be with us on Fridays if you want to. I don't think
for the time being. I don't
think your Friday vibe that you had before.
Unless I get called to do
exactly
other things.
Understand. Until then, folks, enjoy the rest of your Thursday safely. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. This is Shelton Daniel signing out.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Numbers for the midday draw of Thursday, 15th January 2026 were Double Daily Grand 4, 10, 13, 22. Big 4, 1, 8, 3, 8. The Big 4 multi-X ball drawn is FP. Pick 2, 9, 1. The Pick 2 multi-X ball drawn is FP. One off, 590. Lucky 3, 173. The Lucky 3 multi-X ball drawn is FP.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff.